Hey guys, Brian Sullivan, founder of Precise Selling with your weekly video tip. Now, if my voice sounds a bit like a classic rock DJ, it's because I have just defeated the Omicron variant of the COVID-19 virus. And before I get into my tip, I gotta let you know I couldn't do it without the help of my friends who, when they got sick, they sent me this In Fauci, We Trust t-shirt. That shirt will soothe the heart and the nasopharynx. If you like one, I got a guy. Now, I woke up this morning and I was watching one of those business channels, and they were discussing what is known as the Great Resignation. Everybody's leaving their jobs, apparently. In fact, in the month of November, 4.5 million people left their jobs, which is actually up from the 4.2 million who quit their jobs in October. They then quoted a recent study where they learned that only 1 out of 10 employees actually want to return to a 5-day work week. On top of that, I had 2 conversations only today with clients who said that they found it impossible to find good salespeople, that there's just no one interviewing. All right, so what does this mean to you? Well, there's some real reasons that certainly have forced many to leave the workforce, but there are many who just plain don't like to work. You can't blame them, right? I mean, work can sometimes feel like work. It takes effort, takes energy, stress. You actually have to talk to people. I mean, you got to meet deadlines, be held accountable. You got to follow through on what you said you were going to do. I mean, that stuff is so 1980s. I mean, hell, I might as well grab an old Duran Duran pin and put in my jean jacket. Like 1986, great year. All right, now what about you top performing salespeople? All this great resignation is going down and people are miserable at the jobs, right? People like you who still love the thrill of finding a new prospect, starting a dialogue, asking them questions, providing them a solution, and oh yes, collecting their checks guilt-free because it's your job. Is there still a place for you? I find myself asking myself this. I mean, can you still get up early, make more calls than everybody else, perfect your presentation and negotiation skills, and not be looked at like some sales nerd? Or as my son back in high school used to call them, tryhards? Talking to you top performers right now. And the answer is yes, there's still room for you, more than ever. But here's what you need to do in 2022, because this is exactly what I'm doing. How about we stay away from people who only talk of gloom and doom? And why? I know we can't stay away from all of them, but we do have a choice on who we spend time with. And here's why, because they're not helping us. You see, if I thought your commission check would be fatter as a result of hanging out with lazy, negative, grumpy people who believe working long hours 5 days a week is just another example of the man keeping them down, I'd say, yeah, let's do it. But it doesn't work. You see, I learned many years ago, there was this great speaker. His name was Nito Cobain. He's still around. And he said this. He said, you're going to be an average of the 5 people who you spend most of your time with. Now, this applies to almost everything, but specifically your income, which means your income, your commission check will typically be an average of the 5 people who you spend most of your time with. So let's just do the math. In 2022, how about we choose our circle of influence and friends wisely? Lastly, I truly believe that there's never been a better time to become famous in your company and industry. So don't let these new lame 22 standards affect your effort to become a top performer. So what do we got to do? Frankly, we don't have to do much more than we've done in the past if we were top performers. But I say let's go further. Let's set the bar so much higher. Let's get up earlier. Let's study harder. Let's meet more people. Let's make more friends. Let's ask for more referrals and practice our sales process. Because, you're like a growth stock. Look at yourself like a stock. And while your stock price keeps rising in 2022, and it keeps rising in your company, and everybody else is either plateauing or going backwards, you will be the asset that your customers and your company leaders will keep investing in. So, while other people are being lame and negative, and they're caught in these doldrums and wondering if they should work hard, heck, even show up on Fridays, now's the time to attack 2022, while your competition is taking Fridays off. So, hope you enjoyed this week's tip. We'll see you next week.